Hey everyone, just got back from a long day of lessons, but I wanted to make this video really quick before I disappeared back into Daredevil Season 3. And yeah, I've been wanting to put out a tutorial like this for a little while, and I like these kinds of tutorials because they focus less on technical prowess and more on exploring concepts that you may already be familiar with and seeing what they have to offer you that you might not have known about right away. Today, what we're going to be looking at is our major and minor scale shapes and seeing all of the different kinds of chord shapes within those scales, both 2 and 3 note chords. There are 39 different chord shapes that you can get just with the major scale alone, and then 33 that you can get with the minor scale. So I don't want to talk too much before leading into these exercises, so we're going to start off with all the different chord shapes and combinations that we have in our major scale, and then we're going to move on over to our minor scale after a little bit of discussion. Alright, so those are our major scale shapes. Now one of the things that I'm sure you noticed is that when you are doing chords that involve your pinky, they look horribly uncomfortable. And I'm not going to lie, they are not the most comfortable chords to play. How practical it is for you to use those shapes? Well, it depends on exactly what you're writing and what you're trying to accomplish. But it's good to know them because if you don't want to do those exact shapes, you can build off of them. One chord combination I found particularly egregious was one where you had your pinky on the low E in the 7th fret, giving you a B root and barring, and then having your index finger bar the A and D string in the 4th fret. This is not the most comfortable chord in the world. Neither were its variants, utilizing the major scale, where you brought over your ring finger to the 6th fret on the D string. And then this one in particular, I actually goofed on a lot while trying to record it. Having your ring finger on the 7th fret of the low E, index on the 4th fret of the A, and pinky on the 7th fret of the D. It sounds good though, so you have to ask yourself, what price you're willing to pay to have chords that sound nice. Chances are, if you're watching this video, you're willing to pay a hefty one. Let's move on to the minor scale patterns. So if you thought the major scale patterns got a little uncomfortable, I'm sure that after sitting through and watching the minor scale exercise, you went, oh great, Dave's an No, I mean, maybe, I don't know, I don't know you, but we should look at these shapes because while yes, some are particularly painful and awful and terrible and why do they exist? They do exist and they don't sound bad. They don't sound as bad as they are to play. Let's take a look at this one where you have a C root with your pinky on the low E and you're barring the 5th fret on the A and the D, giving you a nice C, D, G chord. Are there other ways to get this combination? Of course there are. With this series of chord sequences, you have a lot of fingering your root with your pinky and but still, it sounds pretty good. I mean, at least I think so. So there you have it, all your different chord combinations within your major and minor scale shapes. Now, these can be transposed anywhere onto the fretboard that they are playable. The only thing that I would recommend being a little cautious of is keeping in mind that if you move these scales up even a half step, all of the chord names that were provided as I played through them may not move up a half step with them. The name might change entirely. There's always different ways to name chords depending on how you decide to organize the notes within it. And so just keep that in mind. If you decide to move it around, you may not be playing the chord that you think you're playing. However, if you're not one for chord names and you just want to play a chord that sounds good, you're in luck because I just gave you like a lot. Okay, so now we're at the part where I plug everything. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, subscribe, and make sure to hit that little bell so that you get a notification every time I put something else out. I hope you enjoyed the Daredevil cover from last week, and I hope you enjoy these tutorial videos because I really love making them. I'll see you next month with another tutorial, and if you want to get more involved in the channel, you can head on over to my Patreon page and sign up for as little as $1 a month. And if you have a specific thing that you want me to cover in these videos, send me a message or just post and I will do it. All right, I'll see y'all next month. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.